The next question. Muhammad Rizwan Alam from Patna, Bihar, India. Assalamu alaikum, Dr. Sahib. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I am an MBBS doctor. I am your big fan. I always pray for your return to India. Do also pray for me. Inshallah. Whatever Allah wills, mashallah, let that happen. What is the best for both of us? My question. For a long time, I am struggling to perform Fajr Salaah. Sometimes I pray and sometimes I miss. How to manage daily activities and sleeping time so that I will not miss Fajr? Presently, I am studying. Brother Muhammad Rizwan has asked a very important question, that he sometimes prays his Fajr Salaah, sometimes he misses it. How is it possible that we do not miss the Fajr Salaah? And praying 5 times for an adult Muslim is a fard. And as we discussed in the previous answer, that if it's an adult male, then praying in Jamaat, in the mosque, in congregation is a fard, including the Fajr Salaah. And amongst the Salah, which is sometimes missed or more often missed by those who are regular people who pray Salah, is the Fajr Salaah. Therefore, the Quran says that be careful of your middle Salah. So if you count it as an Islamic day starting after sunset, the first Salah is Maghrib, second is Isha, third is Fajr, it becomes the middle Salah. Some scholars say the middle Salah is Asr Salah, when they count it as a normal Gregorian day after sunrise. The first becomes before sunrise. First becomes the Fajr Salah, second becomes Zohar, third becomes Asr. So the middle Salah, they count it as Asr Salah. There's a difference of opinion. But I do agree that one of the most missed Salah amongst the Muslims who pray regularly is the Fajr Salah. Now, how can we not miss the Fajr Salah? What is the routine? Normally, according to medical science, an adult human being should sleep approximately 8 hours every day. This is normal requirement for a human being. If he sleeps, even 7 hours accepted, average 8 hours are required, nothing else in the world. So my request to the Muslims and to the brothers is, you have to see how is your capacity. What is your capacity? And you have to see to it that you pray all 5 times on time. And as I mentioned in my earlier answer, that I have got an alarm system. There are ready-made alarms that are there that automatically reminds you. But for me, I keep a manual alarm because I have 3 to 4 alarms, normally 4 alarms. 5 minutes before the adhan of every salah, alarm goes out to indicate to me that whatever I'm doing, I have to wind it up in 5 minutes. Because there is no appointment more important than appointment with Allah. So for every salah, I've got 7 salah, the 5 times Fajr Salah, and Tahajjud Salah, Qiyamul Layl, and Salatul Duha. So I've got 7 alarms. Each alarm rings for 4 times. So it is 28 alarms are there of mine. 5 minutes before that, to indicate that what I'm doing, I should stop. Any phone call that comes after my first adhan, I don't pick up, because there are high chances that I'll continue talking and I will miss my Jama'ah. While I'm talking, if the bell rings, first bell, I tell the person I've got 2 minutes more to speak. I have to end because the adhan is going to start. Whoever it is, there is no one more important than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So my first adhan rings 5 minutes before my first alarm bell rings 5 minutes before the adhan time. If I'm doing a work, it's an indication. If I'm involved in talking to someone, I tell him. If a phone call comes after that, I don't pick up. When the second alarm rings, it is adhan time, I stop my work. I know I have to go to the washroom, the call of nature, do wudu, it takes 5 minutes for me. After that, I know from my house to the mosque takes about 3 to 5 minutes. I count 5 minutes. And the Jamaat starts in the mosque 15 minutes after the adhan. In some places, most of the places, 20 minutes. In the place where I stay in Malaysia, in Tamara, it is 15 minutes. So after adhan, 15 minutes to do wudu and washroom. I leave. 5 minutes before the Aqama I reach. And depending, I normally try and reach minimum 6 minutes. So to go normally takes at 3 to 5 minutes. If it's, I know that if I have to offer 4 rakah sunnah, I do it a bit fast and I reach 6 minutes before, because 2 rakat takes approximately 2 minutes to 2.5 minutes. Even 5 minutes, no problem. If I have to read only 2 rakah sunnah, I leave a bit late, so I reach in time. This is the way I see to it that I am in time before the Aqama, in time for my sunnah before the Fajr Salaah, before the Fajr Salaah, so that I offer my sunnah, whether it's sunnat-e-muaqqada, sunnat-e-ghair-muaqqada, and alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah, in the last 9 months, maybe twice or thrice I might have missed the Aqama. That's it. But naturally, when I'm traveling, I'm not counting that. I'm counting when I'm staying at home. It's different. But when I'm here, alhamdulillah, maybe 3 Aqamas I might have missed. But when the Surah Fatiha starts, I came. But on time, alhamdulillah. So this is the most important act, deed, which Allah will ask you on the Day of Judgment. So depending upon each particular person, and believe me, I'm very busy. So no one can say I'm busy, therefore I'm late. So people think, because they're big businessmen or they're big celebrities, for them no problem, they go late or they miss some salah. No. In fact, the more Allah has given you ni'mah, the more you have to be on time. Fajr Salah is the most difficult. You have to see to it that you sleep early. If you know that sleeping 6 hours is insufficient, sleep for 7 hours. You do trial and error, irrespective what the work is there. You cannot miss your salah regularly, even if you say I'm going to miss it 25% of the time. It is not accepted at all. Whatever job you are doing, whether a doctor, whether a prime minister, whether a king, whoever you are, you cannot afford missing any of your salah, including your Fajr Salah. What you have to do is, you have to see to it that you sleep. And if you sleep regularly, automatically you will get up. You may not require alarm also. And there are many people who don't require alarm the way they have been made. I require an alarm because the way I function is different. So brother, the easiest way for you is see to it that you start sleeping early. 7 hours before the time you want to get up, whether the Fajr Salah, whether it is Tahajjud. If you say Tahajjud, I cannot, okay. Tahajjud is not a farz. It is mustab, very important, Qiyamul Layl. But Fajr you cannot miss. So you have to plan accordingly and make it a point. You may be a doctor, you may be anyone, whatever work you have. You cannot miss any of your salah for any reason. If you're sick, in emergency, no problem. If the fire is at home and you're putting off the fire and then you miss your salah, accepted, but not as a routine activity. So see to it that inshallah you make it a point. You may have to trial and error when you sleep, when you get up, and you change your lifestyle. And that's what I do. If I have to sleep at night and get up in the morning, if I have a work, I sleep at night. Everything is, alhamdulillah, Allah has blessed me. Many times when I go outside and if I have appointment starting from morning after Fajr, I sleep before Fajr. I sleep for 3 hours, but my routine is 3 hours. I sleep for 3 hours, I get up for my Tahajjud, pray my Fajr, and start my activity, depending upon your requirement. So see to it, you plan very well, and see to it that even if you have to stop some of your other activities for Salah, it is worth the bargain. Hope that answers the question.